second.
You're watching the fastest growing newscast in the state of Ohio. You're watching 19 Action News at 11.
And good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Denise DeFalla.
And I'm David Whitman. Breaking news off the top tonight out of Rocky River, where a guy plunged 50 feet off of a cliff in his own backyard. 19 Action News reporter Lena Lai live now with the late-breaking details. Lena.
David, yes, a very close call for one homeowner here on Valley View Drive in Rocky River. He was in his backyard doing some construction work, clearing some earth to make way for some flower beds, using one of those small front-end loaders called a bobcat. Well, suddenly he fell over the cliff in his backyard. Man and machine plummeted some 40 to 50 feet.
He was just running his bobcat back there and apparently got too close to the edge and slid down.
Yeah, a pretty sharp drop-off, too. There you saw the bobcat at the bottom of the cliff. He is a very lucky guy. Despite that fall, he only has a broken foot. Emergency crews quickly got him out of that ravine, which is part of the Rocky River Reservation. An ambulance was able to take him to the hospital in just a few minutes. And again, a very lucky guy, only suffering a broken foot and some shaken nerves. Reporting live from Rocky River, Lena Lai, 19 Action News.
That's a miracle. Now, chilling details coming to light in the Laci Peterson murder case. 19 Action News correspondent Manuel Gallegos has the new details tonight at 11 on baby Connor's autopsy report.
Stanislaus County prosecutors say they will no longer try to block the release of autopsy reports on Laci Peterson and her unborn son, Connor. In a statement, District Attorney James Brazelton said evidence in this case should not be selectively leaked to the news media by unknown persons whom the press will not identify. He was likely referring to media reports which revealed Connor's body had a significant cut and a short length of plastic tape wrapped around the neck. The coroner's office would not comment, but the information could be used to create reasonable doubt about the murder charges against Scott Peterson. His attorney, Mark Garagos, has suggested that members of a satanic cult might be the killers. But other experts say the baby's body may have been cut or entangled in tape while submerged in the San Francisco Bay. Laci Peterson was 8 months pregnant when she disappeared from her Modesto home on Christmas Eve. The bodies washed ashore last month. Her husband, Scott, is now awaiting trial for their murders. Prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty if he's convicted. Manuel Gallegos, Action News.
And here in Cleveland, the search intensifying for a missing local teenager. Now, Councilwoman Donna Brady has put up a billboard along I-480 to help find Amanda Berry. Last month, the teen vanished without a trace after she left her job at the Burger King at West 110th and Lorraine.
The death penalty, that's what Cuyahoga County prosecutors want for the man blamed for the chaos at Case. But the indictment against Biswaneth Halder is the first of its kind in more ways than one. Prosecutors say they have never filed so many charges against a single person before, 338. Halder is also the first person to be charged under a new state law against terrorism. Ed Gallick joins us now with a closer look at the chaos at Case trial.
That's right, hundreds of charges here for murder, attempted murder, kidnapping, and weapons. The prosecutors say Biswaneth Halder's more than a killer, he's a terrorist too.
Another gunshot. Another gunshot.
Ooh,
Lots of gunshots.
Terror in the 911 calls, terror on the faces of the victims. Now Biswaneth Halder charged with terrorism.
Based on what he did in this building.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
This professor says the shooting rampage, the standoff, it all adds up to terrorism.
They made a lot of shots right beside my office. I can hear the man walking back and forth.
But how did a terrorism charge end up in this indictment thick as a phone book?
It's not the terrorism of the Al-Qaeda that you read about and see pretty much every day now. This is kind of a domestic terrorism.
The Cuyahoga County prosecutor says he's the first to use a new state law passed after the 9/11 attacks. Basically says you intimidate the community, you're a terrorist.
I don't know what to do. Okay, ma'am, you need to remain calm.
The bottom line is terrorism is terrorism. It doesn't matter if it's Al-Qaeda, it doesn't matter if it's somebody down the street who's doing it, it's all the same.
I think it's overdoing it.
Well, you may be surprised, but some of the people touched by all this say the terrorism charge, the death penalty, all too much.
But for me, I would say he was mentally ill, and I don't know what he was doing, but...
You just think there's something wrong upstairs and, you know, in his mind?
Yes.
Well, the prosecutor doesn't think any kind of insanity defense would stand up. He points out Halder had a long, angry feud with a student, and he had hinted, look out, long before the standoff. Ed Gallick, 19 Action News.
Now, the very latest developments on a murder mystery in Macedonia. Authorities say the bag of bones found here alongside Route 8 near 271 are human bones. Surveyors made the gruesome discovery yesterday, and now police are hoping dental records can put a name to the victim.
Cops crossing the line learned their fate. They busted in on college kids without warning and without a warrant. 19 Action News reporter Jawan Strader is live at 11 with the story tonight. Jawan?
Yes, David, several Oberlin students claimed excessive force, but after an internal investigation by the chief of police detailed in this 55-page report, he also agreed that his officers crossed the line. Back in February, this intersection looked much different. A power outage took out the lights, forcing officials to put up a portable stop sign. That's when the drama started.
They had someone opening their door and sticking a flashlight in their face saying, "Where is it?" You know, this is what some of the students were telling me. Where's the stop sign?
Tracks in the snow led 2 Oberlin police officers to this co-ed dorm. According to a report we obtained from the police department, from 3 until 5 in the morning, the 2 officers barged into several dorm rooms without permission and no warrant as the students slept.
4 or 5 people coming into your room, officers in uniform. Some of the students I spoke with were really bothered by that. One student in particular said that she was sleeping in the nude.
Resident Director Ryan Forsyth was asleep at the time of the incident, but still believes it could have been handled much differently.
I think there was some miscommunication then. Oftentimes, if there is something going on in the building, they will contact me and help me to kind of work with the students.
After complaints from students and an internal investigation, the chief put his foot down, suspending 2 officers and a sergeant for inaccurate reports of what happened inside Tank Hall. Now, Chief Michael Moorman had no comment for us. Meanwhile, the officers still have time to argue their suspensions, which are expected to be served between July or August. In Oberlin, Jawan Strader, 19 Action News.
Thanks, Jawan. A horrible crime in Ohio's capital as bullets fly inside an apartment and a baby is caught in the line of fire. 19 Action News is everywhere, including Columbus, where a frantic call for help comes too late.
Is the baby okay? Where is the baby? He's shot. The bullet went through his head.
A mother cries out after 2 masked men open fire inside her apartment, killing her baby, a friend, and leaving a woman fighting for her life. Right now, police are trying to track down the triggermen. Cleveland, a suspected rapist faces a judge accused of brutally attacking a girl at this Holiday Inn downtown. The 16-year-old says she was waiting for a bus here at Warner and Goodman when Maurice Page and another guy kidnapped her, then assaulted her at the hotel. Tonight, Page is locked up and police are on the lookout for his partner in crime. Downtown, justice is served. Oakwood's former fire chief, Jack Magi, pleads no contest to theft. He's accused of keeping nearly $10,000 that he collected for the victims of 9/11. On the streets of Cleveland, a big birthday bash for one of our own, Bob Hope, who turned 100 today. To honor the comedian, Mayor Jane Campbell renamed a portion of 14th Street between Euclid and Prospect Bob Hope Way.
Saw that sign tonight. Kind of cool. Another happy celebration as a local Marine returns from fighting on the front lines. Here's the happy homecoming at Hopkins. You can say that 3 times fast as Alex Gonzalez stepped off the plane today after spending months in Iraq. The Marine says the support he felt from his family helped him on the battlefield.
We're glad he's back. Next on 19 Action News at 11, was the rescue of Jessica Lynch a fake? New reports seem to suggest it was all staged. The truth behind the rumors coming up.
Then a bus filled with children hijacked by a naked man. The bust in the buff coming up.
And we know dogs and cats don't normally get along. Next, local cats attacked the victims of a horrible crime.
But first, a final farewell to Strongsville Mayor Walter Ehrenfeld. Today, family, friends, and neighbors honor the man who led the city for 25 years. He is survived by his wife, Ann, and 4 children. Walter Ehrenfeld was 70 years old.
19 Action News in Lorraine tonight, where some folks are fighting like cats and dogs.
3 cats in a no-win situation with a pit bull. Reporter Bill Yunkin has the story you'll only see on 19 Action News.
Cats, no match for a vicious pit bull. Donna Hellinger watched as one cornered her cats in her own backyard.
My cats fought back there for their life and screaming.
3 were killed, 2 of hers and a stray. But to make matters worse, when she ran outside in the middle of the night, she found 2 young men standing there, actually pulling up her fence.
Let the dog run through, and he just was mangling all those cats up back here.
Well, why would somebody want to do that to you?
I don't know. I don't
For fun?
know.
For kicks?
I have no idea. That was no kicks. That was no fun. That was a heartache for me.
Donna says she went back into the house to call police. When she came back outside, the men and dog were gone and the mangled bodies of her cats. Neighbor problems? Everyone we talked with has nothing but good things to say about Donna and her cats.
Hey, a cat is just like a human being. That's a life too, you know.
All she can say is someday those responsible will know how she feels.
That one day, they will feel like I do, and they'll know what my cats and I went through.
At first, Donna thought some neighbors might be responsible, but now she's telling police she's not so sure. All she knows is Snowball and his buddy Pamela are gone. In Lorraine, Bill Yunkin, 19 Action News.
Still to come here on 19 Action News at 11, she is more than America's sweetheart. She is a full-fledged war hero. Tonight, questions, though, about Jessica Lynch's real legacy.
And a teenager attacked in a movie theater. Coming up, it was no movie. It was a real-life hair horror. Jeff.
All right, the rain showers, they're really diminishing right now. Check out today's numbers, 76 degrees the high. Hey, we actually went above average today. 19 Action News forecast coming up.
Action News weather is sponsored by Dominion East Ohio. It all starts here.
We're the one. Now at 11, Saving Private Jessica Lynch had all the elements of a heroic tale.
The former POW rescued from an Iraqi hospital was even videotaped, but some claim it was staged. Jack Marshall joining us now from Satellite Control with the latest. Jack.
David, there are allegations tonight that Iraqi troops were really nowhere near the hospital when the amazing rescue took place, and also that the rescue story itself was overly dramatized. Now Jessica's parents have to face all the news cameras.
Jessie is both amazed at and grateful for the way people responded to her capture.
But it's that capture and subsequent rescue of the former POW, Jessica Lynch, in Iraq that has created a firestorm of controversy.
We're really not supposed to talk about that subject.
On April 1st, the Pentagon showed pictures of what it described as a daring and dangerous rescue of Lynch from a hospital in Nasiriyah. The video shows U.S. commandos breaking down doors and storming in with guns drawn, and then carrying Lynch away in the dead of night. A recent BBC report charges the Pentagon exaggerated the danger, that there was no Iraqi resistance, and hospital staffers tried to give commandos a key to get in. The Associated Press reports doctors were trying to turn Lynch over. However, those physicians admit they did not notify the U.S. troops.
We're not concerned about any of that. We're just focusing on Jessie's recovery and, her well-being.
Pentagon officials say the rescue was not staged, and U.S. military officers claim they did not know Iraqi troops had abandoned the hospital. They also say there was fierce fighting all around the southern Iraqi city. And back in West Virginia, Jessica's parents are now saying that she is recovering quite well. They're very happy about that, but they are not sure exactly when she will be coming back home again. We're live in Satellite Control. David, back to you.
Thanks, Jack. She was Bonnie without Clyde, the woman cops called the female Jesse James behind bars tonight. Police caught up with the so-called blonde bandit in New York State. She's 43 and accused of robbing 6 banks in New York and Connecticut last week. She would tell the tellers she was robbing them because she was a victim of the September 11th attacks. A hairy crime has cops in Washington State on a manhunt. A teenage girl says she went to the movies and a man cut off part of her hair while she was sitting in the theater. The girl said she felt a tug during the movie but didn't realize what was happening until she got home. Sex crimes detectives say this is the first case like this they have ever heard of.
I saw the guy running butt naked inside the emergency room. He came in and he pushed down the windows.
Florida, a naked guy hijacks a school bus loaded with special needs kids. Police say the guy stole a gallon of milk from a house, ran in the street, then smashed in the door of the school bus. No one was hurt. It appears the man was on drugs. Well, they say a kiss is just a kiss, right? Not on the Jumbotron at a Cincinnati Reds game. Looks innocent enough. A man gives his girlfriend a big smooch. Problem is, he violated his parole, and his parole officer saw him. So now the kissing bandit is behind bars. Just his luck. Well, did Mariah Carey have another breakdown, or is someone in her camp playing a cruel trick on a fan? Sharon Reed with The Buzz.
Hey, Denise, whichever, it's downright nasty. A blind fan, Mariah's biggest fan, gets dumped on. Here's the deal. The grandmother of a 10-year-old blind girl who idolizes Mariah is stunned by a nasty email she got. Nana sent an email first to the star's website asking for a meeting. Long shot, didn't expect a response, but she got one. Look, miss, with all due respect, I have my own problems. I have no time to accommodate everyone else's. My sister is suffering HIV. Is anyone worried about my problems? Some people can be so damn selfish. Have a great day. Signed, MC. Nana thinks an imposter wrote it. Sean Penn, he's got a short fuse. It blew the other day. His wife, Robin Wright Penn, was spending a late night with actor and womanizer Colin Farrell. They're doing a movie together. Penn reportedly gave his wife hell, then called Farrell, gave him twice that. Remember the Spice Girls, hugely successful in their day, but also a bit of a joke, straight gimmick, straight pop. Well, Posh Spice, she's breaking out. Bling, bling. Victoria Beckham, hardcore now, hooking up with rap mogul Damon Dash in New York. He's huge, like P. Diddy, only he gets less pub. Speaking of Puff, he's also a huge Posh fan. She could collaborate now with gangster rapper Old Dirty Bastard and the wildly successful Jay-Z. Insiders call Posh's new stuff out of this world. There's your buzz, David.
Did you ever see the Spice Girls movie? That's a treat. Did you ever think of something, then see your idea make someone else millions? Tonight, someone has cashed in. A judge has ordered the folks at eBay to pay a Virginia lawyer $35 million, saying the company stole his idea. The lawyer did something very smart with his idea years ago. You see, he patented it. Remember that, kids? That was the proof he needed to win his case.
My mom used clothespins for years to close the chip bag. She said, why didn't I think of the chip clip? I would have been a millionaire.
Yeah, my mom did that too.
I know.
I still use the clothespins, though. All right, let's go to the weather net first.
Okay.
All right.
Good choice.
We're right around 60. I got to move here because she just cut my time a little bit, so. All right, 60 degrees. Well, we had to get that Mariah Carey story. All right, never mind. To me, a dual Doppler radar. Wind, not a problem. This is the only shower that we have moving into Coshocton County. The rest of the area dry. This is really weakening, and we had some showers around earlier west of Seatown, and everything winding down. But we'll have more chances. 76 degrees the high today. Well, we already did the almanac. Hey, did you notice we kind of squished this a little bit? The boss didn't like the full screen. He was like, hey, the more the ladies can see of Tan Check, the better. That's, you know, what he said. 61 Cleveland Hopkins, 64 right now Columbus. And again, there's the showers. We lose the daytime heating, so these things really dissipate. In fact, I think we'll be partly cloudy here the remainder of the overnight. Watch out for that fog that'll form, though, again, later on. We've been seeing that with the light winds. Showers and storms associated with low pressure mid-Atlantic. Again, more rain for the east. And now we get ready for our next batch. And boy, is this next cold front going to pack a punch. So we'll be dry tomorrow. Another warm one coming up, relatively speaking, in advance of this cold front. But then look at what happens tomorrow night on into Saturday. Showers and thunderstorms, another round developing. And hey, this is going to be quite a cold front. We're talking heavy rain, computer models printing up to 1 inch with this guy. And then we're talking about falling temperatures again as we head into the weekend, something that you don't want to hear, I know. Areas of fog tonight, 54 degrees up to 76 tomorrow. Lake Erie, 2 feet or less. Do the boating tomorrow because the waves are really going to pick up tomorrow night and then on into Saturday. Heavy rain potential, falling temperatures. That 65 will be a midnight high on Saturday here, guys. But dry on Sunday, but it's going to be another cool weekend coming up.
We were just wondering, the two of us were, why you call the cold fronts guys. How do you know?
Sometimes I call them guys, sometimes I call them girls. This one is a girl.
Remember that.
Because it packs a punch.
Okay.
All right, straight ahead on 19 Action News at 11.
It may be getting warmer outside, but David Rotman is getting ready to get on the ice. The Roddy Sports Challenge next.
Action News. Now, Action News takes you into the 2-minute drill.
Reasonable deduction will tell you that the Cavs want Jeff Van Gundy to be their next head coach. It was believed he might end up with Philadelphia. That's not going to happen. Van Gundy and the Sixers GM Billy King met. They both agreed it was not a good fit. Cavs also have Paul Silas on their list, but I would expect Van Gundy is coming to C-Town once the Western Conference Finals end, and that could be tonight. Spurs are up late in the fourth. All right, I can hold my own in a lot of sports, but hockey is not one of them. That skating thing is sort of tough, but what the heck? It's a challenge.
Parma's Dan Fritchie has a shot at the NHL in June, so I thought I'd give him a shot at me.
I'll try. All right, I was a little scared. Oh, I'm just scared, man. That's it. Oh, Jesus, I'm so scared. Oh, my God. Don't shoot, don't shoot. Get that out of here. As soon as I learn how to move in this equipment, I'm going to maybe have a chance to see one. Did that go in? Woohoo! Smoking. Ow, my finger. We're going to do dekes, and technically the goalie always has the advantage. Let's see if that's changed up a little. Come on, Danny. Go ahead and try and score now, okay?
I think you duped me on that one, bud. Did he score?
Oh, man.
Hold on. You're winning.
That was awesome, man. Good luck in the draft, huh? Thank you. Thanks for the lesson. That was awesome. Okay, Danny Fritchie. Look for him to be, top 10 in the NHL draft next month. No, Whitman, my eye makeup wasn't running. Don't be shy. Hey, if you or someone you know has a challenge for me, let me know. Go ahead and email me. Don't be shy. drotman@actionnewsnow.com, or you can call the station, ask for me. I'd love to hear about it and put you on TV, and you can spank me if you want. I mean, you know, in the
within
sport.
reason.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
Stop
another
hitting
one.
me with those bad checks. Hey, I can say that is hard stuff, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy's
My
good.
nephew's a goalie.
Yeah.
It's a rough
Way to go.
sport.
Get that guy out of the crease. Cleveland rocks. We all know that.
Yeah, next find out how the rest of the country will discover that Cleveland is the best location in the nation.
Action News is sponsored by Walmart. Always low prices. Always.
Our town is going to get some serious national props right here on CBS early tomorrow. The Early Show featuring the North Coast in its Best of America series tomorrow. We all know Cleveland rocks, of course. Tomorrow, the rest of the country will know, too. Tune into the Early Show starting at 7, right after 19 Action News this morning. Maybe you'll see yourself, your neighborhood, or someone you know on national TV.
And tune in tomorrow night for Something in the Buzz.
Yeah, working this one. Tomorrow's Buzz, we told you about J-Lo's accusation that P. Diddy cheated on her, but what did she do to him? The other side hint, could have used her tenacity in Iraq looking for Saddam.
Oh, boy.
Remember that movie, Boiled the Rabbit on the Stove?
Oh,
Hey, it's some pretty tough stuff.
Yeah.
Traction.
Thanks for joining us at 11. Right? David Letterman's next with Hugh Jackman and Kelly Clarkson.
19 Action News at 11. Action News is brought to you by National City and its 30,000 employees who care about doing what's right for you.